Hey everybody, welcome to the Grow Your Life podcast with myself, Jeremiah Krakowski. The goal of this podcast is to give you a resource with action steps every single week that you can apply in your life to see results. Also, there's stuff that applies to business and growing your income. For me, I believe that if you grow your income, expand your territory, your reach, your ability, you can then grow your life, and they work together. I believe that if you listen to this, you subscribe to this, that you'll see results in your life. And all I ask is that you share it with some people. So let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome to episode number 2 of the Grow Your Life podcast. What I wanted to talk to you today about is something that is key to business specifically, but also to people that can apply to whether you're an employee. Also, even I've seen this if you're like a parent and you have kids, leadership, and it's about selling and how to sell more, but it's more about persuasion. And it's also about how to walk people down a process of certainty. This is a training that is kind of pieced together a number of my different philosophies to give you an overview of my process when it comes to sales, marketing, and selling something to people. As you know, I have different things that I sell. I have my building website building made easy course. Geez, I can't even remember the name of it. And it shows you this is real. This is uncut, this podcast. This is just me. I'm recording this. For those of you that want to do a podcast, my biggest piece of advice to you, just press the record button and go. And the rest will work itself out later. Which is why I want you to, if you're listening to this now and you've listened to more of my podcasts, this is how I started. Now you're seeing kind of the process of where I've gone from here. If you're following all of these in a row, starting from episode 1 and episode 2, I'm going to say don't feel locked into that you have to listen to them in order. Episode 1, episode 2. Read the titles that I have on these and maybe skip ahead to some of the future ones as well. That'll be a good way for you to grow. And that's how I like to listen to some of my favorite podcasts. I look at what are the most relevant titles in that. So that was just a little bonus piece right there about listening to podcasts. What I love about podcasts, they're like a long form way of me to share my thoughts and to really break down concepts and to do training with you guys on a weekly basis that lets me dive deep into stuff, dive deep into things that I talk about on my social media, that I talk about on my blog, that I talk about in my courses and my mentorship programs. And we can really break down these concepts. So in sales and marketing, to sell anything, and you might be like, well, I'm not in sales and marketing, so why should I listen to this? Well, that's why I named this. I haven't actually come up with a title for this podcast yet, but I'm probably going to by the end of this, is just how to use persuasion to get more of what you want to, more results. This is more of a growth hacking type podcast. I have a blog post, how to sell more of anything. And it's going to be very similar to that blog post, but I'm going to break it down and go into more detail with you about that. Here's the thing. All of us, we have these goals. We have different goals. And if we're working with other people, we communicate, we talk with people, and we have to sometimes enroll people and persuade them to see our side of things. But persuasion starts with actually understanding why somebody is thinking the way they are thinking and the perspective that they're coming from. And so if you're selling anything or trying to persuade something with other people, never lead with what you want. That's one of my first keys here. And sorry if you guys are watching the video here. My ear was bugging me there for a second. So sorry about that. There is video. It's on YouTube. It's on Facebook. I upload these, but if you're listening to this in audio format, that's because I want you to be able to listen to me wherever you are, or if you're in the car. This is ways that you can grow no matter where you are. If you don't follow me on social media, look up Jeremiah Krakowski, go to my website, and follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all those platforms. in sales and marketing, the responsibility is in communications. If we're trying to persuade somebody towards our goals, you need to not lead with what your goal is. And it's kind of like dating. If you're leading with trying to go out with a girl, you don't lead with that. In fact, you really want to lead with the benefit to the other person versus just the benefit to you. So often, this is where a lot of guys mess up with dating. They lead with, well, I just want a hot girl that I can, kiss and make out with, and we'll keep it G-rated here. By the way, this is a G-rated, PG-rated type thing, so I'm not going to go, there. This is a family-friendly podcast. But in dating, a lot of guys will lead with what they want, what all men want, and women do the same thing too, leading with what they want. So as a guy in leading and in dating, it's always better to lead with how you can help your prospective date get what she wants out of things versus what you want. The same is true in prospecting and closing sales and walking people down a sales process. When somebody's buying from you, when they're buying a product that you're trying to offer them, if they're not a no, then they're a maybe. If they're a yes, then they're not in the sales process. But if they're a no, here's my first rule right here is don't try to convert a no into a yes. There's plenty of maybes that can be moved along with certainty to become a yes, that we don't need to spend our time trying to convince people that our no's to be a yes. In fact, try to find the no's, try to look for the no's. If you're dealing with fear of rejection, it's because you're so focused and worried on what people are thinking about you that you're worried of getting rejected. And so that's what you're projecting out there. In fact, those who are most successful with sales, most successful with persuasion, actually look for the no's and look for the objections. Those are your goals because those actually help you understand how to walk that person through the persuasion and the sales process. And so when you know why somebody is saying no, or why they're saying maybe, then you can go down a process of figuring out how to take them down the path to get to the next level. And also, if you're hearing some noise in the background, my cat is right over here. She is playing with a window thing, so that's what you were hearing in the background. I'm here in my home office. It's an open area that helps me create and grow, and so got pets around here. So on my first podcast, she knocked down a tripod. If somebody is a no, don't try to convince them to be a yes. But if they are a maybe, they are giving you clues as to why they are a maybe. The only reason that somebody is not a yes to buy your product is not a yes to take you up on your proposal, if they're not a yes to implement your plan or your proposal in your company, if they're not a yes to hire you as possibly an employee, if they're not a yes to give you a promotion, or let's say dating, if they're not a yes to going out on a first date or a second date. It's because of these things. They're not certain. They're not certain that what you're offering them is going to help them reach their goals. They lack a piece of certainty. They are not 100% certain and positive about you, about your company, about your product, about what you're offering them. And the only reason that they are not certain is because they don't have enough information and they haven't had an emotional connection to feel that if they engage with you, if they buy your product, if they implement your proposal, if they give you that promotion, if they go out on that date with you, that they are going to get what they want out of it. Because here's the thing. A lot of people in sales, they lead with, well, I have to pay my credit card payment. I have to make a sale. I have to go on a date. It's this, and I'm going to stop using the dating metaphors here, but it's just because a lot of people, you can understand how a desperate guy who just has to get the hot girl is not going to get her, when versus the guy who, is nonchalant, doesn't really need it, even though he wants it. You see what I'm saying? Every guy who is talking to a beautiful girl wants to go on a date with that girl if he's single. But the guys who usually do are the ones who don't project their own needs, but rather show, hey, I'm taken care of, I'm satisfied, I don't need you to go out with me. If you did, that'd be cool, and it would probably give you a good time. You would have a good time with me. So in dating, that perspective works. In sales, it's no different. It's human psychology. People need to know, I am going to be 100% satisfied with what you're throwing down, and you're legit, and your company's legit, and your product is legit, and your product will deliver on what you're offering. And in sales and persuasion, if you're trying to get somebody, and I want to use the comparison of maybe a corporate setting, if you have a proposal, if you're trying to maybe get work your way up a ladder, if you're trying to persuade maybe another department in a company to come on board with a way of doing things that's different than they've always done, you have to first show them that they will get exactly what their goals are first. And when people are 100% certain and satisfied and positive about you, about your company, if you're in an employment setting, they're already good about your company, but they're good about you and about what you're offering and the proposal is, then they are willing to be a yes. And even so much more so, I've seen a lot of people, they have great products, literally the best products in the world. They're the best people in the world. They're wonderful people, just like saints. They have the best company in the world, but they fail at projecting certainty to their target customer, and they fail at making that person certain that they will be 100% satisfied with them, their product, and their company. They're a saint. Their company is perfect, never been indicted, no issues. They pay their taxes. The product is literally the best product on planet Earth. And yet people will say no because that person is nervous and worried that they're not going to get what they want out of it. So that's the first thing. Get your mind right. Don't be worried about what your goals are in the sales situation. The next thing is, in the sales process, your responsibility as a salesperson, persuading somebody, and again, this applies to corporate settings. This applies to relational negotiation. This applies to if you're trying to negotiate with your kids, which I know you could just say with your kids, go to bed, and they should because you said so. But, you could also use this, give them what they want. Say, if you go to bed, we'll be able to go do this tomorrow, but we won't be able to unless you go to bed on time. Just that little simple thing is a persuasion thing that you can apply in that right there. I don't have kids. I don't know what it's like, but I know that parents do that. And eventually the child will know, I'm going to have a good life if I go to bed on time. I'm going to have a good life if I eat my vegetables. You'll be able to have ice cream at the end of your dinner if you have that, like that. And so in sales and marketing and persuasion, we're trying to get people to know that they will get 100% of what they want if they engage with you, if they buy your product, if they engage with your company. And the first part of it is, if it's a cold sale, let's say you're in sales and you're either on a sales call, you're writing a blog post, you're writing a sales letter, you're doing a video ad, whatever like that. You still have to help people be 100% certain and positive about you, about your company, and about your product, and then cast vision to them that they will get exactly what they want out of it. Impart vision to them about what their life will look like after they engage with your company. Let's say you have a university and you want to enroll people in that university or that school. The only reason somebody is not going to enroll and pay you to come to that university is they are not 100% certain that they will get their life goals if they do that with you versus your competitors. And so your job in sales is to impart vision to them of what their life will look like, how their life will be changed, how it will be impacted, how it will be different and for the better, and the transformation that they will receive on the other side of engaging with your company, your product, your service, and you. And so part of that is, if you're on video, if you're on audio, if you're on video ads, you have 4 seconds for people to know that you're legit, that you're real, that they can trust you, that they can engage with you, that engaging with you is that. And part of that comes from just your inflections, your voice, the authority that you carry and how you talk and present yourself to people. And so if you're talking like, hey, this is Joe from so-and-so, and just wondering if you, wanted to buy what I'm selling. No? Okay. That's cool. See, nobody wants to buy from Joe Sadness. But if you're like, hey, what's up? This is Jeremiah. I am calling you from XYZ company. I know that you said that you were interested in buying our next package. How can I help you? They're like, oh, yeah, hey, what's up? So on a sales call, that's where that comes. Having your voice go up. Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? Like that. Versus, hey, how's it going? And going down with your voice. Just that vocal piece right there will help people know this guy has confidence in himself and what he's selling. So right there, in 4 seconds, you can sell yourself to people in that. The next thing, if they don't know about your company, just share some of the company history, what you guys have done. Listen, we've been around for 70 years. We have some of the top leaders in the industry that work with, just accolades, stuff like that. Or just share, we just got a patent on this thing, or, we just created listen, if I was selling myself, I have 15 years experience what I'm doing with technology, marketing, and sales. And I want to share with other people what I've learned over the course of my lifetime that has taught me on how to sell more, how to get more customers, how to build websites. And I've used technology. If you want to know how to build a website, I've done it before. I've learned all the pitfalls, the mistakes, and you will learn, if you buy my course, Website Building Made Easy, how to build a website, how to avoid the mistakes I've made, the common mistakes that people do. I will teach you exactly the steps that you need to know to get from where you are now to where you want to be. And I know this to be true because I built it. I made it out of my own experience. And I was tired of all the stuff that was out there that was not helping people do those things, that was not helping people reach their goals with their website. And so that's why I created this course. That's why I created this product. And just a little bit about me, I've been doing this for a long time. The company that I started, we just started recently. I've been an employee with different companies. We just started this company last year, and we've already had success for our clients. We have like 8 different companies that we've scaled up multiple 6 and 7 figures in the last year. I mean, that's the pitch right there for me and what I've done in just the last year. And over the last 15 years, I've helped companies, have helped organizations scale to multiple 6 and 7 figures and grow their businesses using online marketing techniques and sales techniques, just like what I'm sharing with you right now here on this podcast. So right there, that's my pitch for myself, my company, and my product. It's maybe not the best pitch for my product, but the best pitch for that is going to be what you see on my Facebook ads, what you see on my sales page, which, by the way, a little hint right here, I haven't even written it yet. I'm recording this podcast before I even made the sales page for that product. And so a lot of that is still hasn't fully materialized yet, but I'm working it out. I'm working out that pitch. I know that Squarespace is better than WordPress, Wix, and Shopify, or hard coding your site. I know how hard it is to do it. I've been that person. I've been there and been tired of constantly having to update my site getting hacked, or it not looking like how I want to. And I found a better way to do that thing. And that's why I have this website here. That's why I have this course. That's why I have a passion of helping people know how to build the websites that get results. And so that's why I created that for you right there. And this is not a pitch for my course here, but that's how I would sell it. That's how I would express it. I'm confident in who I am. I know that I have the best knowledge that's out there. I know that my company is ethical, that what I'm selling you is going to deliver on what I'm promising you, that it's going to be the best course that you've ever seen out there. And if you compare it to others that are in the marketplace, that it will deliver on exactly what I'm promising, that it is the best for you if you're looking to build a website, to grow a website. You have a website that you're embarrassed of. I'm confident in that. I know that. I know that any other product I create is going to be the best that is out there because that's who I am. That's the standard that I have for my life. And so when you project that in your sales calls, when you project that in your sales messages, and you know inside of you that what I'm delivering to you is literally the best thing that you will ever have come across your desk today. And you even can say that on a sales call, and you project that energy, that confidence that comes across, that authentic confidence that's not fake. See, I'm not talking about fake confidence. I'm not talking about coming up with it even if you don't feel it. I want you to have your identity solid, that you know that what you're selling is real, that what you're offering people is legit, that it's going to help them reach their goals, that they're going to get exactly what you promised them. Listen, all people want to know in a sales process is, are you legit or are you a scam? Are you going to scam me and take my money and never give me what you promised? Or if I buy your product from you, am I going to get exactly what needs to help me get from where I am now to where I want to be? And so, for instance, when I am selling my course to people, I tell them, this is exactly what you need to get you from where you are now to where you want to be. And I know that because that's the standard that I deliver people when I work with them. And every single person that works with me says so. And then you start telling stories and testimonials of people that you've worked with, that you've helped, and things like that. A lot of the testimonials that I have are people that I'm not even able to share some of their names, stuff like that. You know, I work with different universities, different influencers, leaders, and I've been able to help them scale their business models to exponential heights that they never even dreamed were possible, using these techniques, using what I'm teaching you right here in this podcast, on my social media, on my website. So if you can have that confidence, literally, I want you that is watching this, I'm trying to sell you on having confidence. I want you to take the confidence that I have in what I'm able to deliver to people and put that on and try it on for yourself, for whatever it is that you're selling. And the next time that you try to go sell your essential oil or your beach body product, which, by the way, those are other products I've also sold successfully before, that you know, this is the best workout programs that are out there. This is the best essential oil company that's out there. I know that it's going to deliver on exactly the needs that you have. And I'm here for you. I'm here to help you along the way to reach your goals. You can reach out to me. You can call me. I'm going to be your coach. I'm going to be your mentor to be able to do that. And telling people that if you're selling something to them, that you're there for them, that you're not going to leave them, that you're not just looking for the sale, but that you're there for the long haul for them to reach their goals. And when people feel 100% satisfied and certain that they will get exactly what you're promising out of your product, service, or offering, they're willing to engage with you. They're willing to buy from you. They're willing to pull out their credit card and purchase whatever it is that you're offering people. And here's the thing. If you're going through the sales process now and you're starting to feel that they're reaching that level of certainty, that they're 100% satisfied in what you're offering, that you've imparted vision of how their life will be impacted and changed on the other side of it. You know, I know what it's like to be where you are, struggling to build a website that sells for you. I know how hard it is to feel like everything you do isn't working. And that's why I developed this, to be the solution for you, to create a website that will work for you, that will work the first time, that you won't have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on, tens of thousands of dollars in web developers to do this by building it on Squarespace and following what I'm teaching. I break it down for you in a way that's not technical, that's not hard, that you don't need to be a rocket scientist or a programmer to do it. That even my grandmother, who's over 70 years old could do it if she followed my course, if she wanted to have a website. I've made it that easy for you. See? That's conviction that you're hearing in me. That's drive, that I know that that's what I built, that that's what I created, that that's what I created for you. And if you're feeling that they're 100% certain on you, your product, or your company, then you ask the closing questions. Listen, are you ready to purchase today? Are you ready to sign up? And if their answer is, well, maybe, then it's because they're not 100% there. So then you have to circle back around and walk them through the same process again and start sharing more testimonials. Start sharing more about the features and about what they're going to get out of it. Start casting more vision for their life about what they're going to achieve, what they're going to receive. And also realize this, whoever is asking the questions is in control of the conversation. You ask them, well, what are you trying to look out of? What are you trying to get out of this product? What are you trying to accomplish today? If you were 100% satisfied with this, what would that look like for you? What would the ultimate website for you look like? What would a website that sells produce for you? What kind of results would you get on the other side of that? And then you start to repeat back to them their goals. Well, listen, I'm 100% confident that if you buy my course, Building Made Easy, that you will be able to get more sales, that you will be able to express your message better, that your website will not look like somebody that pieced it together that was unprofessional. It will be something that you're proud of. It'll be something that converts and sells and gets you the results that you're needing for your business. You repeat those goals back to people. I know that this essential oil will help you. There's 1,000,001 things that essential oils can do. Let's do Beachbody. I know that this workout program, in 90 days, if you do it and you follow it methodically and you press play, will help you get from the body that you have now to where you want to be. And if you do it consistently, that you will see the results because, Jonathan got results and Sean got results and Jimmy got results and James got results. And share those testimonies and those stories. And if they still aren't a yes yet, circle back around, start asking more questions, find out from them what that pain point is. What is that thing, that pain point that your product becomes the ultimate painkiller for them? What is that real deep thing that's inside of them that they need to solve for them? That your product will become the antidote for and alleviate that for them. And help them know that they will get 100% of what they're satisfied with. Listen, also, a lot of times people will not initially tell you exactly what it is that they're wanting to get out of your product. So that's why you have to ask questions. You have to learn how to pull it out of them. And that's just about having a heart for helping people. And that's why you need to come from this from a perspective of you're not trying to get the sale. I could care less if you buy my website Building Made Easy course. My website Building Made Easy course, because there's thousands of other people that are buying it right now and that it's helping. That I know it's helping. I see the sales. I see the numbers that are coming in. If you don't buy it, totally cool. Not a problem for me. It's not going to make or break me at the end of the day. But what I care about is helping you reach your goals, helping you reach your results. That's why I have a support group in place that can help you. You can ask questions. If there's something that maybe I didn't teach or talk about, I want to figure out how I can solve that problem for you, problems that I don't even know exist yet, because you are going to help me know how to help you. And when you make that your goal in sales, of helping the other person reach their goals, reach their results. Let's say you're selling mutual funds or stocks. You want that person to know that they can retire by buying into that mutual fund with you. That they're going to lose the weight that they want to. That they're going to have the health improvements. That they're going to have a less dirty household using essential oils versus harsh chemicals. That they're going to be able to build the business website that they want to. That they're going to be able to get results with their Facebook ads, with their sales, with their marketing, with their email lists, with their with their videos, with their courses, with their mentorships, and get more customers and increase their revenue from $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, $100,000, $500,000 a month, $1 million a month, and stair step and grow to that level, 200% increase in their results, whatever that goal is that they really have, to then have more time freedom, to be able to hire some employees, to not work as hard at what they're trying to do. When you find out what that pain point is and you know that your product or service will alleviate it, don't lie to people, okay? Don't use this to manipulate and lie to people. But you're being honest and have integrity and know and have confidence that you know that what you're selling people can deliver on what you're saying, and you help walk them down the process of them being 100% certain about what you're offering. You have testimonials. You have proof of it. You have social proof. You have confidence. You know inside of you that it can help them do that. Listen, you sell all day long. If you're trying to tell one of your closest friends to watch a new TV show on Netflix and they're skeptical about it, man, you're going to say exactly what they need to hear to watch that show. If you're trying to get them to buy that, to buy I used to have this a lot, to buy a camera that's going to help them, or a new smartphone, or try to get somebody to buy a book, or to come with you to something, to do something that they're not quite certain of. You become the best salesperson because that's a friend of yours, and you want to keep that friendship there. You want to keep that relationship there. You don't just want the sale. You want them to get exactly what they want. And so if you look at your prospects like they're a friend, and you talk to them as casually as you would a friend, and as relaxed, not worried if they buy or not, because you know at the end of the day that A, it will improve their life if they do buy from you, but B, that you want them to be 100% satisfied in what it is that you're selling. And you project that, and you have that come across, and you impart that vision of how their life will be impacted. You use your words to cast a vision, to impart vision, to create a mental picture in their mind's eye of how their life will be changed and how they will go from where they are now to where they want to be on the other side of that. And they really are satisfied that you, your product, and your company will deliver on that. And they will reach their goals. Once they're ready to do that, they're ready to buy. And somebody's ready to become a yes. In prospecting, listen, you want to find the no's. If you're prospecting and weeding through cold leads, you don't want to waste your time on people that are a hard no. But if they're a maybe, the only reason they're not a yes yet is because they're not 100% certain about you, your product, or what you're offering, and your company. And your goal and your job is to walk them through that process, to answer their questions, to help them be 100% satisfied with the answers that you've given them. And then you ask them the closing questions. Are you ready to buy? Are you ready to engage? Are you ready to sign up for this? Are you ready to get your tickets? Are you ready to do X, Y, Z, whatever action point, whatever call to action that is? And if you're doing this in a video ad, it's a one-way conversation. It's a one-way topic. And I'm going to talk more about doing that in that setting here in the future. But you can apply this to that. If you're writing your sales copy, attention, interest, desire, action. ADA. I think that's what that is. You can look that up. ADA sales. I believe that is attention, awareness, interest, desire, action, or attention, interest, desire, action, the ADA model. So you get their attention, you build their awareness, you grow their interest in it. You find exactly what it is that's their pain point that you can solve. You increase their desire for it by having the certainty grow in them, and they're growing in certainty that you're going to be able to deliver on what it is that you're promising. And then you have the call to action. Your sales process is never going to close a sale unless you can give the call to action and then take a step back and wait. And be silent. and wait for them. If they're yeah, I don't know about that, then you circle it back around and you help increase that certainty, and you go through that process again, and you control the conversation and start asking those questions again. You repeat back to them the goals that they've already said. Listen, if this could help you get the leads that you need, the target customers, and we can increase your revenue by 200%, and we can help you quadruple your overall output and help you hire those employees, would you be willing to sign up for Website Building Made Easy? And if that's their goals, chances are they're going to say, well, yeah, but, and say, well, listen, sounds like you might have some questions. If I can answer all of your questions and you are 100% completely satisfied with what I told you today, would you be willing to buy? And most people will say yes to that. And you say, so what questions might you have for me? And you listen to the questions and you answer them. And then you do this circle and you do this process and you keep going to that. You impart that vision. You share with them. They already have, they're already interested. They already have a desire for it, but they're not ready to take action. They're already aware of it. You got their attention, interest, and desire, and action. And when somebody's ready to buy, you take a step back. You ask the closing question. In dating. So you're ready to go out for, well, you wouldn't say it like that, but I'm going through different stuff in my head. Let's go get drinks at 5 on Thursday night. You in? And you sit back and wait. Are you ready to buy this product? Are you ready to sign up for this program, this course, this mentorship program? I know that it's going to help you reach XYZ goals. And you help them be 100% certain about your product, your service, you. If there's still a no, a maybe they have to talk to their spouse, something like that, then you have different scripting and stuff like that. And I'm not going to go into that, where you can, say different things and you start to persuade them more. And you, again, repeat back their goals to them and walk them along the sales process. And when you can impart vision to people about how their life will be transformed, about how it will be changed, about how they will reach their goals, about how they will get exactly what they want out of it, and you give that call to action, and they're 100% certain before you give that call to action about you, your product, and your company, there'll be a yes. And they'll sign up and they'll buy whatever it is that you're offering. Or, again, if it is like a legitimate, they have to go talk to their spouse. Sometimes it is legit. It is. For me, I don't make financial decisions unless I talk to my wife. And I'll usually then come right back with that one and say, hey, listen, I'm 100% certain. My wife, I know she will be. I will call you back. Just do me a solid and just let me go talk to her. And that's what I've said to people who've then come back with the objections and say, listen, have respect for me that's what I'm going to do. And they usually will. I have respect for the spouse one just because that's, it's a partnership type thing. And I know that if I'm being sold something that's going to benefit our family, my wife will be on board with it, but I just need to talk to her first. And so, if somebody's 100% certain that you're legit, that you're not a scam, that you're going to help them accomplish their goals, they're certain about you, they're certain about your company and your product, and that your product will deliver on exactly what you say it is, and they can see the vision of themselves using it and engaging with it, they'll enroll in whatever it is you're offering. They'll sign up for what it is. They'll do your call to action. The call to action is this. Listen, guys, on my podcast, I'm trying to sell you on this. Subscribe to my podcast. Listen to it every single week. Go to my social media. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Listen to the content I'm putting out there. I want to help you guys by sharing everything that I know about sales, marketing, website building, list building, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Google ads. All of that's coming. I got a lot of stuff up here that I need to put out there, and I'm doing it in strategic ways to do that for you. My goal is for you to come on this journey with me, to grow your life, We're going to be launching a mentorship program here soon with the Grow Your Life podcast. And if it's already launched, you can go to my website and check it out, see if we've already launched it. The Grow Your Life podcast is a movement of people that want to better their life, that want to go from where they are now to where they want to be. And they're tired of not being able to reach their goals and their dreams. And they have a vision and a destiny for their life that's bigger than them. And I know that what I can share with people can help them reach those goals. If they follow me, if they engage, if they stay consistent and methodically listen to the podcast, listen to my blog posts, listen to my content, listen to what I'm putting out there, and then apply it in their life, they will get that. And that's my sales pitch to you listening to this right here is I know inside of me that I am giving you everything I got. Everything that I got. It's a moral obligation for me to not hold anything back from you, to not hold anything back to the point that, I'm not going to share what's going to help you until you buy from me. But I package my best content into courses and into programs that are low cost that can help you reach your goals faster. And if you engage with me, that you will get exactly what you want out of it. That confidence that you hear in me, that's what you need to have in your sales process, in your enrollment process, to know that the person that you're talking to, the target customer that you're making maybe a video ad for, your sales copy, in your email, on your sales calls, that if they buy from you and they engage or they enroll with your company, that their life will never be the same, that they will be transformed, that they will be a different person on the other side of it, and have that confidence in your voice and in how you present yourself in your company and what you're offering. This is the secret to not struggling with getting sales. And if you do this and try it and probably fail at it your first few times, it's normal. I was probably one of the worst people at phone sales ever when I first tried it, probably like 10 years ago. And now, my closing ratio on phone sales is 95%. If I get somebody on the phone, so by the way, if you get on the phone with me, and you're not ready to buy, you will be by the end of it. So just know that. Any of you that we might talk on the phone in the future. And this is what I want to help you guys with. Realize this confidence. If you need help with, more confidence and stuff like that, listen to my other podcasts. Listen to the first one that I did. Listen to the ones that I have coming up. This is a lifestyle, something that you can apply and learn and realize, this journey of personal development, of becoming a better leader, a better father, a better mother. That's what our real goals are. And leaving a legacy that can last for generations to come that you're proud of, that people will say, I want my kids and my grandkids to say, yeah, our grandfather, Jeremiah, he had such a heart to help people. And everything that he did came from that place of wanting to help people succeed and sharing his own struggles and helping them grow and knowing that that's what they said about me in the history books. And coming from that place and having that confidence, you can grow your life and you can create the life that you want to for you, yourself, and your family. And a lot of times it starts with some sort of an income mechanism to get you out of the rat race, out of the employment wheel, out of the 9-to-5 type thing. And that's what I'm going to start to build upon, is showing you tools and techniques on how to, if you want to stay in the 9-to-5, make your own rules, set your own hours, increase what you already have going on, finding the strategic time of when to pivot, when to come out of that, when to go after, your own thing, when to grow. If you're a young person, don't be afraid to intern or to take a lower pay to learn from those that have or are in the industries that you want to be in the future in your life. And then know that when you get to a certain place, when to pivot and go out on your own and start your own company. I believe that this country, I know this, it was formed by entrepreneurs, people that built businesses, and it's getting back to that place where instead of us all being employees, we're employee service providers. One of the first things is having a service-based business, doing a service, whatever you're good at, as a contractor for people. That way you can increase your pay rates because you're worth it more. Stuff like that. Being able to do that and being able to dictate your own hours in your own life and being consistent, being real with yourself about your struggles, about your strengths, about your weaknesses, and setting parameters for yourself to reach your goals. I know that you can accomplish anything that you set your mind to, especially this sales thing, and having that confidence that whatever you're selling, whatever you're putting out there, whatever product or service, that you know that you are the best at it. And if you're not, growing and learning and taking courses and listening to podcasts like this and going through things and getting better at what it is that you say that you want to get better at. If you do this methodically and follow this process, you'll reach your goals. Everything is inside of you to reach every goal that you have for yourself. You just need to start walking it out, believing it yourself. And then everything else that comes from that place will then be impacted. The confidence will then come out. The way you talk to people will come out. The way you project yourself, the way you cast the vision, the awareness, the way you sell your products or services, the way you talk about yourself, about your family, about what you're selling and what you're offering people will change when you get your mind right and you do these things and you follow this. And so I'm so thankful that you're on this journey with me here with this podcast and you're listening to this and you've gotten to this point in this podcast here. You've gotten this far, you didn't turn it off. I know that you're somebody that wants to go further than they've ever gone, that wants to go further than what their family's gone. And you're going to learn tools and tips and techniques through this podcast, through my social media, through my courses, through my blog posts, on how to reach your goals, and tools and actual action steps that you can use to get from where you are to where you want to be. And I know this because I've seen it in my life. I've seen it in other people's lives that have done the same thing. And I know that it's possible for you. When you're selling something, have confidence that what you're offering is going to help people. Some of you might need to change your product too. If you don't believe in your product, you can fake it somewhat, but maybe find a better product that you believe in or create one. And then it'll come out, that confidence that you know that you know that you know. That when you're selling something to somebody, that you can help them be 100% certain about you, your company, and your product, and that when they're ready to buy and you give that call to action, that they'll purchase from you, that they'll buy, that they'll engage with your company, that they'll be a client of yours. I know this because this has worked. This has worked for myself, different clients that I've worked with. I've seen this work in other companies. This is a law and a rule of sales right here that you can apply. But it all starts with you, how you come across, how you talk with people, how you present yourself. It's not about faking it. It's deep inside of you, that authentic self that you might hide. That authentic nature that maybe you're afraid of coming out sometimes. But you're willing to put it all on the line, to put it out there, to go after your goals, to go after what you want to accomplish. And I believe in you, and I know that you can do this. I know that you can get better at this. I know that you'll be able to reach your goals and accomplish whatever you want, because I've seen people do it, and I've seen people just like you that have listened this far into a podcast that have accomplished that. And I believe in you. If no one else has told you that, I believe in you. I know that you can do this. I know that you're called to something greater than where you are right now. And I know that you can get this thing down if you apply yourself, if you do these things, if you plug in, if you stay consistent with it. The compound interest of success will pay dividends to you if you keep making deposits into yourself, into personal development, into growing, into increasing your skill set. And so If this is your first time listening to me, subscribe to this podcast. Listen to my other podcasts. We'll talk soon. The next one, I actually already know what it's about. It's going to be about building websites and what you need to get your first website off the ground. It's kind of going to be a condensed version of what my course is, a little bit of an introduction for people, and a good solid training that they will be able to get results with right away. And that's what my goal is to help you guys get results through this podcast. See real changes in your life. See real changes in your business. See lasting results and legacy building that you can take to the next level. As always, thanks for listening to this week's Grow Your Life podcast. Head over to my Instagram. Every single week we do a giveaway within the first 10 minutes of when I post something on Instagram or IGTV. Leave in the comments, #GrowYourLife. And at the end of each week, we pick somebody who's a winner of some really cool giveaways that we're doing. So go ahead and do that. Tell somebody about this podcast. Subscribe. If you don't already, follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Look up Jeremiah Krakowski, Jeremiah Samuel Krakowski, or @Jeremy Crack on those platforms. You can go to my website to read blog posts. I post new videos every single day on my Instagram. Listen, I want to be a resource for you that you can learn from and grow with constantly, that has more content, new content for you that you can apply in your life. And so that's my commitment to you. Share this with somebody. I'll keep delivering the best content that I have, and we'll grow together. Let's grow your life.